It's me, teen pop sensation Ariana Grindr.
And me, on a moon.
And you're watching and listening to Glamis Opera. And you know what else? Cheers, my dear. Did you appreciate how low that was?
Yeah.
I was appropriating top culture. It was that low. Listen.
I haven't felt this guy since I saw Robert Irwin's pictures.
Oh my God, Justin Trouser Snake. Oh, so
Crocky, what a beauty.
Fucking hell, the snake charmer. The snake charmer. Oh God, that was really bad.
What's he like? Look at this beauty.
Oh, he's the right of Malahide, isn't he?
I felt illegal to look at though.
No, I know.
He's what? He's 20.
He's like 21, I think. I think he's 21.
Grown up.
Listen.
But it just felt, I was like, I know your dad.
Do you know what I mean?
I know your dad.
It was very that, but listen.
Felt illegal to watch.
Justin Trouser Snake. The snake charmer. Teach me how to do an Australian accent.
Fuck.
G'day.
G'day. I'm from Australia. My Australian accent doesn't look like my shirt. It's kind of
Down
the version
under.
of Australian. Down under.
Down under.
Crikey.
How would I say snake charmer?
Snake charmer.
Snake charmer.
We've got a live one here.
We've got a live one here.
Live one.
Snake charmer. Well, we're reporting live from the Panty Quarter, Miss Pantalina's dressing room, mind you.
You should tell them about the iconic encounter that happened moments
Oh,
ago.
well, you were the starstruck. See, well, I've met her a million times now, so I was only slightly less starstruck than you were.
I met her once before, but it was a very fleeting encounter.
This
was like chat.
So we were getting into all of our gear for the show over in the Panty Bar across the road.
We had our hair tied up in buns, messy buns, because we're gorgeous girls.
Oh, the very much. And in floats in the door, but miss.
I just noticed a stunning leopard print fedora swanning in the door. And then knowing your brain goes, oh, I know that person.
Yeah.
But it took me a second to go, who's Captain Lynch?
Captain Lynch. Listen.
Captain Lynch is
Sheila Chic. Oh my God. That's your business.
Hey, what's the story? Sheila Chic is my name. Fellas is me hobby and scamming is me game. You rapping from the heart, war deeper than a stellar, man. I play a bleeding blinder like Helen Puxy Keller. Laguki, Nike like a teller, shadle calls if she's on the telly and I'm on the tell.
Nicely. Stand by your van.
Oh, funny talk.
That's a nice way. Well,
yeah, sing all the iconic characters sing very well.
The very
Sheila
much.
Chic. I can't remember what was the lesbian's name.
Remember
the club?
In the is that the one in the GAA?
I think she has like emo hair. You know her?
She actually looks like someone I know, so I can't say anything.
Okay, but I can't remember her name. She had a gas name. But yeah, it was very iconic and legendary. And we were chatting to her when she was in the dressing room looking at the dolls.
Whittle.
She's a fan of the dolls. Oh, Catherine.
It's mad, but that's how she started off. She had a show across the road.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she started and she used to be running up and down on top of the bar.
Women
you know what I mean?
in business.
That'll be us now. That'll be us
media.
next. We have to get up on the bar. I might have to reinforce it.
I should have
we get fucking up on it.
From one womana in business to another womana in business. Tell me.
And
do you get your hats?
Right, and come here to me. We look very gorgeous today. What's going on?
Oh.
Makeup. Oh.
We look very gorgeous.
Some of us have gorgeous hair on, but enough about me.
Business as usual.
This wig is getting very tired. She needs a little rest. She's going into early retirement.
This needs to go and be put in rest by palliative care. We're going to bring this week to live on a farm.
Well, listen, I'm going on my holidays very soon, and when I come back, we're going to have a little wig workshop.
You never know. Some of that footage might even make it on the channel.
Listen, try fucking stop us. Wouldn't be like me to try and monetize something we do. Oh, man.
I've noticed we've started hanging out and spending so much more time together, even though you're my friend maybe over 10 years. The second you started getting some work to you, some content.
Listen, if I can't farm my friends for content, who can I farm?
I think it's admirable.
I'm running a content farm. I was like, listen, do you want to hang out today? I will be filming it. Do you want to hang out?
Oh, very funny.
Well, listen, happy fucking Christmas. I'm actually fucking starved. I'm kind of delighted that we're making popcorn in a minute. We are getting
scuffed. Darling.
I'll bring it around.
Fucking scuffed.
Scuffed me, it's very good popcorn.
Scuffed me.
I'm talking through this look. You made this?
Oh, I did. I made my tour. I make nice things I wear. But this was. Well, I don't know what to say about it. I made it.
And the little babies, the little Chinese babies in the Shein factory in China made this.
Well, they did a great job. Those little fingers can get in at those seams.
Those little nimble fingers, I swear to God. Normalised children in labour. Listen, if you can't support children in labour, who can you support?
Oh, we expect women to go into labour, but not children.
What's that?
Who's having that conversation?
Who's having that conversation? I'm just supporting children in business.
Yeah.
I support children in business.
I don't think the kids are the ones running the business.
I support women in business.
Yeah,
I support children in business. Nice way. They're very much.
You can't support children in business, and the new generations are too soft and don't want a job. They're never happy.
Do you know what I mean?
They're
not
happy.
working enough. They're working too much. It's like the whole argument about the immigrants. They're taking our jobs.
They're wearing wigs.
But they're on the dole. Like, what is there? Are they wearing wigs? Or are they cross-dressing? What are they doing?
Come here, there's worse things you can be doing.
Are they robbing their jobs or are they on the dole? What are they doing? Makeup is their fucking mind. We're just trying to be women in this world. It's tough.
But there's worse things you can be doing than sitting in a room in wigs talking to each other.
Hokey pokey drag.
And the lovely community. You put your left hand in, your left idiot. In, out, shake your roll about.
And next time on 101 Fisting with Autumn Moon and Ariana Grindr. No, we haven't talked about enough. Robert Irwin's Mickey.
Crikey! Oh my god.
This is me doing the snake charmer. Oh,
but what was his?
Very distracted. And that was at rest.
Do you know
see
what
the size of it? That was at rest.
Wasn't standing to attention.
Do you know what I mean? And then
danger.
I saw
He's the image of his man.
And he had like a fucking crocodile or something. And someone said, "Believe me, none of us are looking at that dog." It was like clearly not a dog. Or like, those lols.
I saw people putting up like someone like wearing a shark costume, and on me when I saw the Robert Irwin pictures waiting to get captured.
Listen,
but you know what? He was in such good shape, and he's so like pretty and like classically a handsome guy. I was like, you were like a little clone. The aliens would clone like if they were making a human to stand down, pretend it was human.
And then there was an anaconda.
That's like what they'd make.
His anaconda do.
He's the image of his man. His man's called Terry.
Oh, really?
The man's name's Terry.
Oh, wasn't it?
I used to be obsessed with the crocodile. With crocodile Huntina as a child.
Very much.
As a child.
I'm obsessed with it now, but that's my own business. Listen.
I used to have the figures. I went to see the movie in the cinema. My nan brought me. No, this was one of my hyperfixations.
Well, listen, that's loud.
Crocky. But yeah.
Crocky, innit?
And their little dog. Oh, what's the dog's name, Terry? Oh, fuck, hang on. Was the wife Terry or the dog?
Oh, hang on. Then you hate women?
No.
Okay, if you hate women,
called Terry.
If you hate women, just say that.
Terry.
When you say the quiet part out loud.
What was the dog's name? I can't remember. But
your little dog, too.
And they had a little, it was kind of like a little PE cross or whatever. But you got that with the tie as well.
And then they didn't go at the baby.
The movie was a bit all over the shop, but I just loved it because I was a small child. And I was like, these are me people that I love.
Do you know what I mean?
We were always about saving nature, conserving the natural world, and saving the animals. Thank you.
And
that's allowed. I also went to his zoo when I was in Australia. We went to the Steve Irwin Zoo, and I was like, I'm gonna be Steve Irwin. I never saw him, but he was alive at that time.
You can always see him.
I wonder what he's up to now.
You can always see him again.
All right, big too soon. No, but do you know what? When that happened, apparently, like all the people went out in boats and were slashing up the little stingrays. I'm like, girls, they didn't do that.
No way.
Apparently, a load of dead stingrays washed up on the beach. You know?
There was a massacre, Tina.
All I did was I went down to the local chipper and I said, I'll have a ray. I'll have a fucking ray and chips, please.
I'll have a smoked ray, a backbone ray. Oh my god! Well,
and that's snuff realness. That was caught on camera.
Snuff.
He was filming for his daughter's TV show.
A good snuff.
It was but he caught it on camera.
Oh, listen, I let that Robert Irwin give me a stingray. That's my own business. Oh, listen,
crikey,
Christmas, crikey, snake charmer.
Danger.
You better go to work. Oh, Pop
I was thinking, nice look you.
Yeah. Well, listen. Hi, it's me, cheat pop sensation, Ariana Grindr.
And I am on a moon.
Listen, a guard wouldn't ask me that. Oh my god. Hi, so what's the story? We just finished our gig. Oh. It went really well.
Back again.
Just getting very busy. We are reporting live from the mystical.
The poor viewers, that's going to cut from our makeup being fresh to this and the reconstructive surgery. Although the reconstruction goes well.
Do you know what I mean? Well, we'll find out when we watch it back.
Yeah, we'll be like,
roll the tapes. Yeah, so basically, we start potting and then we have to go to work. And then we decided, you know what? Let's finish the job after the gig. So I think we look quite gorgeous.
Well,
Gorgelina,
would be like us.
Don't act too surprised.
Yeah, nothing.
And come here to me.
Business as usual.
Can I ask you a personal question?
No.
All right, that's our pod for today.
We
are reporting live right now from the gorgeous Panty Quarter.
Yes.
Shout out Shane Friend.
A quarter of panties with us.
Do you know what I mean? For letting us use the space. That's the road. business.
We're going to convince him to come on Monday.
Yeah, no. We keep asking Shade to be a guest on the pod.
And also Pedro. Pedro has to have a spot.
I know, we'll get her a mic. I don't think she need a mic. She'll be grand. She can project.
Pedro Pascal.
Come here to me. Chappell Ronan Keating.
Chappell Ronan Lizard. Chappell Lizard.
Chappell Ronan's
good name for a drag queen.
Do you know what I mean? She's probably out there.
Drag queen who's into reptiles. She's called back to
Chappell very much. Listen, the snake charmer. Nice, I think Chappell Ronan Keating that's in trouble. Miss Chappell. So she went on this Call Me Daddy podcast. So I know it's a straight person thing. I wouldn't know anything about it.
Oh, right.
Nice. Right, let's be our business. And apparently she's getting cancelled because she said a few things that are like, oh, stop asking me about politics. All my friends who have children are bits. Just stuff like that you don't want to hear.
Paul and the ticks.
So, listen, to play Neville's advocate. Yeah, I never said that before. Whistle notes. Thank you. Mariah Scary and Ariana Grindr, that's their own business.
What did she actually say about?
So, no one fucking cancelable. So basically, you know what? I see.
But they're trying to cancel her.
They're very much. And say I can see both sides to play devil's advocate.
Have we circled back to what we said in a previous podcast that is cancel culture is weaponizable? What if it's the right trying to cancel her because she's too powerful? Oh, no. Conspiracy queries. Great. Write that down.
Write it down.
Great podcast name. Conspiracy queries. Episode title.
That's a real business.
Robert Irwin and his conspiracy queries. That's nice. No, so what did she say?
Oh yeah, so at one point she said, all of my friends who have kids in their 20s are miserable. I'm paraphrasing.
Work.
And listen, what else did she say? She said that, she was like, oh, why is everyone...
Kids are hard work though.
And that's true. Boots. And this is what else she said. She said that... She said,
kids are hard work.
She said, stop asking me about politics, basically. I don't have the answers. Which is fair enough. But I will say, you made your platform as a drag queen. She said, I'm a drag queen. I'm doing drag. I'm a drag pop star. And now you draw the line
in
politics.
You look like a drag pop star. You sound like a drag pop star.
You're a ready-made drag pop star.
Gorgeous. So people are cancelling her for not expressing an opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What do people want?
But to play the devil's advocate again.
Okay.
Taylor Swift evaded talking about politics for about the first 12 years of her career.
Has Beyonce ever opened her mouth? Not once. Other than to sing beautiful songs.
But that's what people were saying, that like they're just cancelling her because she's lesbian. Powerful lesbian.
I think so. I think that could be conspiracy queries.
Yeah, they're saying the quiet part out loud. They hate women.
But people are gassed. You're cancelled if you express an opinion because someone will not agree with your opinion. And if you say, I'm actually going to refrain from expressing an opinion because I don't want to like put my opinion out there, blah, 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 you're cancelled for doing that. So there is no way to win.
Do you know what I mean? Now, in saying that, to play Neville's advocate again, because it wouldn't be like me. Apparently, I like playing games with my name and oh my god.
The Neville wears Prada.
That's
Prada, isn't it?
Are you sure?
I think so.
Listen, that's where let's be our business.
The little child who sold her, his name was Prada.
The very much. No, but I will say, if I had that massive platform and I came out here and I was making music and I hit the big time and I was like, oh, I'm a drag queen, I'm based on drag, I'm divine, I'm this, that, and the other. And the next thing I know, and then she was spewing political takes at first.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden she was like...
maybe she got a bit of flack for it.
Oh, she did. She got Caroline flack for it.
Well, so can you blame her? I don't know much about Miss Chappell.
But it just feels like because of the rise of Miss Fascism, the schism, that one, she's a bit like, oh, I'm going to say nothing now. Or maybe she finally got media trained and people were like... Yeah, no, fuck that.
If I was her, I would tell people to fuck off. I'd be like, I'm not...
Tell her.
Chappell, come here. I'm your new media literacy manager, right? She's more literate than me, Gaffa. Give me...
She's literate and ecliterate.
You can't... No one's happy when you say something. No one's happy when you don't. So fuck them. Fuck them. I think we all need to emotionally and spiritually evolve. We need to raise our vibrational frequency on this planet above cancelling because it's bullshit. It's actual... Like, unless you've after, doing the absolute evils.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
That's cancelable. Evils is cancelable. But not like saying, I actually prefer pink. What do you mean you prefer pink? My ma died and she was wearing a pink t-shirt. What do you mean you prefer pink? Like, people just grasp at straws. So I think we need to cancel culture.
Yeah.
More at 11.
More at 11. Well, listen, that's your own business, Chappell Ronan Keating. It occurs to me. I went to the pictures last night.
Oh, you were telling me.
For our foreign friends.
What did you go and see?
I went to see the Death of the Unicorn.
Pictures. That's a real Irish thing, isn't it?
The pictures. I went to pictures. It was a talkie. No, it was very good. I went to see
Right.
Death with Unicorn
It's
with
a
my
bit
work wife,
Scarolina, Spookalina.
Jenna Ortega, my friend from work.
Oh, your colleague.
The very much. So basically, it's like Jurassic Park on acid, and but
Okay,
it's like these evil, not evil, but these like rabid, magical unicorns come and like kill everybody, and it's very fucking gory. Like you see everything. I seen a fella's head got popped like a grape. You see the whole thing. I know. No, I was watching like
It's me taking me fucking makeup off.
Spoiler alert.
Pop like a grape, Mary.
I wasn't going to say. It did remind
The
me.
grape
of someone.
escape.
That's her whole business. What Jenna Ortega?
Ortegals?
Girls, it's been a long day. Don't cancel me. I'm sorry.
You know, sometimes they make mermaids spooky in movies. Is it like, oh, we're doing that, but with unicorns, we're scary now?
It was very much like
horn right up your
nice way. So basically, the unicorn was CGI, but there was a mixture of CGI and like you could tell that there was a bit of puppetry going on.
Love.
So basically, they accidentally.
I have my hand up here right now.
That's a rubbish.
Can't tell.
You wouldn't even.
I'm a master. I was going to say master manipulator. That's what they're called. What are they called? Ventriloquist.
They say that about you.
I'm a master ventriloquist.
That's your own business.
Ariana doesn't actually exist. I've been doing this podcast on my own the whole time. What if I just picked you up and hung it on the wall like a little marionette?
You'd be doing me a service. Oh my god. But yeah, no, Jenna Ortega.
Ortegals.
I was fucking my head now. Jenna Ortega was very good. She's like my favourite actor of all time.
You must text her and tell her.
I should. I was like, you were great in your play. Oh my god. So I went to see the film. Obviously, I'm trying to lose weight for me holiday.
If I have to hear about losing weight for this holiday one more time, I'm gonna stuff a kebab down your neck. A chia.
Chia gun.
It all comes back to chia.
So come on my back to me now.
I can't wait. Me first time I was in this room, chia on my own in panty dressing room. I thought it was so cuddling. The second time, Miss Catherine Lynch walked in and started chatting to me.
I can't even believe it.
The third time, something mad is gonna happen.
So I walked to the cinema, had me popcorn, and I walked home. That's like an hour and a half each way.
You're not sick of popcorn.
Listen,
all my drag smells like popcorn now. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it.
There are worse things. Well, we know drag queens that smell an awful lot fucking worse.
Oh my god.
So popcorn, I'll fucking take it. Anyway, the film was brilliant. It was very like Jurassic Park, but with unicorns and Jenna Ortega. Stunning.
So Lena.
I forget the name of the actor who plays with that, but he's alright, and he was alright. His acting, It was about, spoiler alert, it was part when he was getting brown bread, and I just wasn't buying it. But Jenna Ortega crying over his body. Cunty.
Saved the moment.
Very much. And she had this gorgeous red. Oh, excuse me. And it was a beep. And it was a fart. Thank you.
You tell me
because I'm a ride. My farts are beeps because I'm a ride. But anyway, nice way. So I was like, pound the pavements. Last night was, what's the opposite of life affirming? I never want to be in a relationship ever again.
Okay.
I witnessed not one, not two, mama, not three, but four arguments, couples killing each other, and not just
at the cinema.
On the way, one of them was at the cinema, one of them was on the way to the cinema, and the other two I think were outside the cinema. So one, I was power walking up to the picture house, and I heard there was a woman with a pram and another woman, and then there was a fella. They were roaring at each other over the baby, and he pulls out his lighter and fucks it against the wall, and it breaks. And I'm like,
I fucked it at the baby. I was like, here we go.
That was me, very much. And then I get to the cinema, and this was the other fucking thing. So it turns out, my militant fucking work ethic, I thought the film started at 20 to 9. No, ma'am. It started at 10 past 9, so it was a fucking half an hour early for the fucking film. So I decided to go in and just sit down. You know, in the square cinema, they have a little seating area at the back.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in and I just show her my ticket. Don't even get me food. I just want to sit down.
Just show her my tits.
Do you know what I mean?
It's all good.
I'm like, oh, hi. And she takes me ticket, scans it, she looks at me. She, like I 10 heads. Do you know it's not on for another half an hour? I said, oh, thank God you know how to tell the fucking time. I'm I'm going to go fucking sit down for a half an hour and relax. I'm here early, God forbid.
You could have went in and caught the end of something else.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, thank God. Like, we're not glued to these poxy phones that tell us what time it is at a fucking only give us moments.
Mm-hmm.
Me nerves. I was like, listen, she's probably having a hard day. So I said, I'll say nothing. Not that I would anyway. You know me. I'm not very argumentative. That's my own business. So I sit down, minding my own business, and there's a couple beside me having not so much an argument, but a heated discussion. And she's telling him...
a debate, if you will.
Very much. But she's telling him about all of the girls that he has to unfollow on Instagram. And how do you know her?
Stop messing.
And I sat there and I thought to myself, I was like Carrie Bradshaw. And as I sat there, I wondered, you couldn't waterboard me into getting into a relationship. So many people screaming at each other. You need to unfollow him. You need to unfollow her. And it just gave me PTSD from every shite relationship I've ever been in when that was an issue. And I was like, you know what? Absolutely. I remember one time I went on one date with a fella, and he was like, see all these people that you follow on Instagram, you need to basically unfollow them. And I follow thousands of fucking. I was like, no, like these are all like my fucking regular customers and stuff now. Granted, most of them are rides.
What I will say about that behaviour is that to me speaks of somebody who's very insecure.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Hang on a second. Let me just give you this red flag.
Red flag, yeah.
I could open a red flag factory with the amount of fucking fellas I've met. That's me.
But I don't think that's a problem with relationships en general. I think that's a problem with people.
Okay.
You have to filter out the red flags, Mom.
Yeah. Maybe that I don't want to be in a. Not that I don't want to be in a relationship
I'm not
anymore.
A fucking relationship queen. Jesus, merciful.
Well, that's your own business.
One long relationship, and that was once ever.
But like I don't want to be in like the fucking what's adolescent relationship. What's that called? Immature relationship. I need the person I do get with to have a firm head on their shoulders, and they're not going to be jealous of every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Yeah, you need like something like what Dolly has, or like what RuPaul has, like where they go back to the ranch. Now, R.I.P. Dolly's husband and all, but she was with him for about 80,000 years.
Yeah.
So you need to like go back to the ranch and like you need like a farmhand.
Very much
can handle livestock.
Listen, that's a BO business.
You should put that on your hinge. Must be able to handle livestock.
Yeah, I'll put that on my hinge right now. I'll put that on my unhinged. Anyway, I had a gorgeous time at the cinema, other than all the arguments. And then I was coming out of the cinema, and there was this couple having a fucking row. This was the third couple. Yeah, the third couple.
Maybe
roaring at each other. And I was trying to get past, and she was like, "Will you get out of its fucking way?" About me, I was the he. And I was just like, "Oh." It's like, and then I looked back, and then there was another couple just around the corner going down towards the Lewis stop, killing each other. And they were both having a smoke, but they were killing each other. I said, what is in the air today?
Is Mercury in fucking retrograde or something, Lauren Peanut Gallery? Is Mercury in retrograde?
It's actually finished retrograde.
Oh, well, then I can't.
Well, these are all just in bits.
I
don't know what's going on, but come here to me. I had a great time in the cinema. And famous last words, every time I go to the pictures, I'm the only person sitting in the front. Not only am I the only person sitting in the front row,
yeah,
but there's no one behind me for the next 6 rows because everyone likes sitting in the middle or the back. Where do you like sitting in the pictures in the cinema?
Well, I believe I've spoken about my tiny bladder on the pod before.
You have, John.
I don't mind. I love being in the middle. So if the cinema screen has a middle aisle, catch me outside. How about that? I love. So
you're in the middle aisle, but like, is that like you're in the middle aisle, but how far back?
Well, in the cinema, everything, the screen is angled, and because a lot of cinemas now, well, basically all cinemas now, are the surround sound.
Yeah.
But all the speakers are angled at the most optimum place to sit, like AV wise, is actually bang in the middle.
Okay.
Because everything else is just slightly decaying results from that. But I give me a fucking bit of peace and quiet. Give me an aisle seat any day of the week. I don't like not being on the aisle because I just know my tea and I don't want to be disturbing people.
Listen, that's your tea.
And I feel like I'm very free. I can get up, I can do a number. You know what I mean? I'm not disturbing anybody. I'm just doing a number in the middle of the pictures. It's fine.
And can I ask you something very personal?
Yeah. Like the glasses. My loopy donkey chain. Gotta see. Look, what am I going to ask you?
I'm just going to sing to you.
Oh.
This piss. Oh, no.
It's drinkable.
Miss Piss. So that song was stuck in my head, but instead of that, it was Miss Piss.
Yeah.
Because we put Miss in front of anything. But what was I saying to you?
And then I was sitting on the bus beside some poor old woman, and you had been singing Miss Piss to me. And I'm sitting there going, Miss Piss. And I was like, I don't let her hear you.
That's very much bliss.
I was like, turn her hearing aid off, Liv.
No, she didn't know what was happening, Goblet. She didn't know what was happening.
You were very good. You jumped up. I was looking out the window. I was in the land vase. You were jumped up and moved. I was like, that was very quick.
But in saying that, I was only doing it because I was chatting to my friend and he would have given me...
You didn't want to talk to me. You didn't want to talk to me.
Well, that was part of it. Now, what messing. That's the BO business. Yeah, so I was talking to my friend. He was looking at me and there was an elbow salad there. Like, I had to give my seat up. Otherwise, I would have looked worse than I already am. But that's my own business. But I need to sit in the front seat in the middle. Like, if you're not getting arthritis of the neck looking up, you're not doing
I do like up near the front too. Do you know what my least favourite is? The back.
I hate the back. And my friend made me sit down the back for Snow White. And my other friend, Hannah, shout out Hannah, friend of the pod, we went, what did she bring me to sit? I can't remember. It must have been a brilliant film.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Very much. But every time we go to the picture, she books them for down the back as well. I don't like sitting down the back. And when I sat down the front, there was like gunfire going off in the film, and it was going over me. I could hear it going. I was like, what?
That's a surround sound, Mom.
It's fucking brilliant. And you don't...
Surround me in sound.
But But you can't appreciate it
We
sitting
need
at
to
the back.
start filming this
Do you know
pod.
what
It's
I mean?
around sound.
Oh, thank God there's film in that camera. Nice, like.
Better
But if
keep
you're sitting
rolling.
at the back, you're not getting that benefit. It's just a wall of sound coming at you. Whereas that's your own business. But if you're sitting at the front, it's going. It's like whizzing over your head now.
She loves people whizzing over her head.
That's my own
Or
business.
11.
And because no one sits around me, I don't have this. Remember all that messing when I went to see Snow White and the little brat coming up and down 8 times?
I thought
8
that was a
times.
parent.
No, that was a child.
Oh, I misheard.
That's your own business.
Please welcome to the stage.
Amber
Misheard.
Heard.
Oh.
No to the editor. Nick.
Oh, look.
The editor. It's like
Pirates of the Caribbean. Do you like... Can I say something?
no.
Okay.
But go
Well,
on.
then I want. Pirates of the Caribbean now, they go Miss 4, Miss 5, Miss 6. I have studied this. What does your man say? And what, I think number 5 or 6, he goes, hey, he's like, I have studied the myths of the sea. I was like, I turned this off. I turned it off at that line. The delivery,
Really?
the writing, I said, no, Miss Mary. But the first
You
3,
wasted your time.
it should have just been a trilogy. We have great trilogies. We have Miss Lord of the Rings. We have Miss Star Wars. Just so many good trilogies. The first 3, I even count the first 2 Shreks as a trilogy because they're so good. It makes it for not
First
having a
two.
third one. They did have a third one, but it's not so
We
good.
don't talk
So
about Bruno.
the first 2 are the equivalent of a good trilogy. But
They're
Miss
very
Pirates of
much-
the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, the tour
At World's End?
Dead Man's Chestnut World's End.
Oh.
Oh, you want to get some spooky pirate bitches up in your geesh? You
Yeah.
want to have the heart of the fucking ocean all over your titties? Mama, Miss Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Miss Davy Jones. Miss Jack Sparrow.
R.I.P. Joan Rivers. You would have loved those epic. Oh my God, that was me changing the subject.
Dragonless.
Nice. Right, listen, that's the real business. I come here to
No, but I will stand by my man. The first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean are masterful. It is a perfect trilogy.
Listen, happy Christmas. Did you hear they're rebooting The Naked Gun with our best friend? Shout out for deep friend of the pod, Liam Neeson.
Oh, that's going to be a naked gun. That's going to be a naked rifle.
11.5 inches. Medium pizza boxes from Domino's. Deep friends of the pod know what I'm talking about. Deepan. A Deepan friend of the pod.
Deep
Oh
dive.
my God, listen.
Deep dive into Liam.
I've had enough of them tin crusts. Oh my God, double dipping that garlic and herb. Oh my God, is that garlic and herb on your face and you're just happy to see me? Oh my God.
Didn't his wife die?
Mush brown red.
Yeah.
Or mercy on her.
But I remember it was real Devo. It was real Devo at the
That's
time.
very sad.
He was. I remember he was doing an interview about it, and he
So would I.
was fucking Devo.
You would be, Jesus. That's the worst. My worst. Like, not only has her partner died, now you do an interview. Like, that's just.
Yeah.
That's-
Actually, I
do you
didn't
know
think
what
about
I
it.
mean?
You
Like,
have
I
to
think
talk
from
about it now.
And then people with a fucking camera in your face and all they're writing it down, waiting for you to say something.
And then you have 2 faggots on the pod talking about your Mickey.
No, I feel. No, I don't. Listen.
No, we're trying to lift them up, raise them up. Qui-Gon Jinn.
This piss.
Qui-Gon Gin and Tonic.
Write that down. Write it down. Deep friends of the pod, write it down.
Every time we make a phone, it's like, write that down.
And come here to me. It's the end of the world as we know it. There's an asteroid. Did you hear about this asteroid?
Thank God, because you know what? It's been too long. We need a good asteroid, Mama.
Do you know what I mean? I have asteroids. I know that was
66
hemorrhoids.
million years ago.
That's a
the
different thing altogether.
the KPG
Oh.
extinction, Mama.
That's
Yeah.
what an asteroid is. It's hemorrhoids on your ass.
Yeah, an asteroid.
Asteroids. The world, there was asteroids, but apparently it's going to narrowly hit the moon or something. Or it's not going to hit the moon.
Oh, we're fucked if it's the
Do you
moon.
know what I mean? And I like the moon. I have a weird affinity with the
I love the moon. Can we just talk about the moon?
moon. Love the moon.
I
love our
like
work.
the moon. And you were like, I like the moon.
Like we're like this.
I named myself after it.
Oh, well, you like her more than I do, allegedly.
The
Allegedly,
asteroid's gonna hit my ass. If an asteroid hit me, it bounces off.
Oh, that's her own business. I love the moon. I actually sing to the moon and all and make wishes on it. I know.
Scared of the moon.
Oh, in a very genuine I think.
What would I have this? Now some people are like, it's slutting for punishment, right?
Mm.
I have this waking fantasy. You know, where sometimes the corporate world of cross-dressing gets too much for you, and I do fantasize about the apocalypse, right?
Nice.
Not for other people, not for the harm and the hurt of humanity. But I always think to myself, like, maybe this is how people get into prepping. But
Prep.
I
Make
take
sure you take your prep.
prepping, but people who are like, oh, what would you do when the apocalypse? This is a great question. Pod listeners, you're welcome. What would you do if the apocalypse happened? I do think about, like,
As in,
I
like,
have ADHD, right?
as in we're going to die or we survive.
No. You've survived the initial wave.
Okay.
So maybe it was Miss Asteroid or something.
And it was it's going to be bedlam because it's going to be
Bedlam is a nice way of putting
fight
it.
or flight.
Bedlam would insinuate that there was some form of order left. You're basically back to the Stone Age. Queens of the Stone Age. If the apocalypse happens, we will do a pod and it'll be called Queens of the Stone Age. No, but what would you do? Do you have a plan? I have a plan.
No, well, you go first. Might
No,
inspire me.
answer.
I don't have a plan yet.
I have a plan.
Okay. My plan would be, who's still alive? Are my family alive?
Yeah. Okay. Your immediate family is still alive. Now, not everybody, but say the majority of your immediate family is alive. You can't go, we have to bring 90 people with me because that's not going to happen. That's not going to work, Mary.
I have to go out and like hunt and stuff.
But you can't hunt in Wattonstown, so you're going to stay in Wattonstown.
Oh, you can. There's foxes. Loads of foxes. We do get loads of foxes.
She's going to eat the foxes, girls.
Well, I have to fucking eat something, don't I? But you're raiding the supermarkets as well. I have a chest freezer. It's my own business.
I can tell you haven't talked much about this before. So
no!
Oh,
go on, I'm listening. I'm all ears.
The apocalypse happens, it hits. You have 24 hours to get out of Dodge. So you need to grab your family, your loved ones, your doggos, your cows, whatever you want to bring.
Grab your wife.
Grab your wife, grab your kids. Had your wife, had your kids. You have 24 hours to get out of Dodge. So we live in
Dodge?
That's the expression, get out of Dodge, get out of the fucking, the big smoke.
California education system.
We live in what they call a lifeboat country because Ireland is a small island off the coast of Europe, right?
Nice.
So this is what they call lifeboat country. It also has a lot of natural resources and the weather isn't too extreme one way or the other.
Yeah.
So survival wise, you're actually on good terms because there is wildlife, but there's also a lot of fishing, there's a lot of coast, there's a lot of collecting mussels, collecting clams. So you have to
alive.
Now, we're in Dublin, right? So we're very close to England. England has nuclear plants on the Irish Sea. You have to get to the other side of the island. So, Mama, you're going over. I'm telling everyone we plan. Girls, come with me. You're going over
to the Emerald City.
Never eat shredded wheat. You're going over to the West Coast, right? Miss Galway, all that West Coast, Kerry, everything. You go over. Now, where I would go, I think the sweet spot is, if you're not down in the peninsulas of Kerry, the sweet spot is, do you know where the Shannon...
Hang on a second.
I'm on a roll.
Talk amongst yourselves. Should we be telling this?
Yeah, the girls who watch can come.
Okay.
All four of them.
Sorry, I was trying to gatekeep. Your bunker at ground zero.
No, I don't have a bunker. Bunker's a flop, by the way. But you will go. No, the Shannon.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shannon, deep friend of the pod.
Deep.
Well, the estuary of the Shannon where that meets the sea.
Yeah.
The Atlantic, Miss Atlantina. You have fresh water there. You have salty brackish water, and you have the sea. So you can do very much fishing, very much collecting eggs, very much collecting all sorts of bits, bobs, and everything.
Yeah. Oh, fishing and all.
Yeah, because, Mama, food. But people, they say within the first so many days, people start murdering each other for a fucking, like, box of biscuits and all that. Very now. So you take your whole family, you go to the West Coast.
That's a really good idea.
I think, personally, you go to the Shannon or else down the end, the arse end of Kerry.
Can we start a commune, like in a...
Oh my God, imagine this was the start of a cult.
Oh my God, commune!
That's my slady HD. I'm like, when the apocalypse happens, I know what I'm doing. And I briefed my family. I was like, "You're all gonna have to shut up and listen to Miss Gwyn. I don't even drive.
Shut up.
But emotionally, I drive people.
She's a 0 to 60.
This podcast is taking a turn.
And a 3.5. But listen, speaking of which,
have a plan.
What's the road business? Speaking of the end of the world, Jenna doing another Megan film, Megan 2, 2.0. Very excited. They dropped the trailer, and she goes
stunt double.
Very much, and she goes, "Hold on to your vaginas." Have you watched it?
No.
So slay.
Right. I didn't see the fourth one. Is it good?
Oh my God, you haven't seen it. So good.
Is it good?
I am a fucking devil for a film with an insane premise, like murderous unicorns.
Right. Okay, so maybe
AI bots coming to life and killing everyone.
Excuse me. That could be Apocalypse Part 1, Mary. That's not crazy Tina at all.
Okay.
The AI, watch out.
Very much. But no, Megan is incredible. Megan 2, it looks really fun. There's actually a spin-off coming out about a sex doll that comes out and kills everyone. And I was almost an extra in that, and then it didn't work out. But yeah, that's coming out.
You were cast as the doll. The doll.
Yeah, you just have to sit there like that.
And on that note,
my name is Teen Pop Sensation Ariana Grindr.
And I'm your favorite apocalypse queen, Autumn Moon.
And you're listening and watching to
Glamazon Prime. Oh, they do moving. Maybe. Man.